Hello and welcome to your video game stream that is known as HC Gaming. I'm Craig, and as you can see next to me today I have an empty chair, so unfortunately you've got just me. So today I want to touch on a game that's been delayed for the second time running this year, the next gen console war, and look at some game sales across all the consoles. To start us off then, let's have a quick chat about Cyberpunk 2077. Now, it's come apparent that there's been a second delay now. The game that was originally due to release in April 2020, it was then pushed back to September, and now the latest news is that it's now been pushed back to November 2020. Now, developer CD Projekt Red has stated on social media that this is down to bug fixes. Now, if thinking about it, I mean, bug fixes. If you can fix the game, if there's problems with the game, then yeah, fix it. Don't release a broken game, because that's just bad. It's really, really bad for you. So, I mean, take this as a good thing. But some people are looking at things like, remember the hype of Scalebound. Now, Scalebound was it was supposed to be this massive game that was going to be one of Microsoft's big hitters. Now, that was delayed numerous times before it got cancelled back in January 2017. Now, some people are saying, could this be going on the same road? Personally, I don't think so. I just think give them time, let them get it right, and then, the release date is now November. Same time as next gen consoles, so it can only be a good thing. So let's just see what happens in the coming months. Now, talking about obviously the release of the consoles coming in November, so we're going to move on to the what we call the console war. Now, it's pretty much been confirmed now that the Xbox Series X will be released in November. PlayStation are still stating that it'll be late 2020. Now, that could be around about the same time, November time or October. Who knows? It could, they're in a competition at the end of the day. Now, all that being said, I personally think, from information you read online, things you see, that the war, obviously, between consoles may be over. We're looking now at the two consoles heading in two different directions. Microsoft, who shifted the least amount of units with the current gen, to Sony, who sold just over double, have decided to concentrate more on what we know as the Game Pass, which in summary is your Netflix or your Amazon Prime of gaming. So sort of like a stream service where you can download games and play them offline. I know there's going to be a new service coming out where you'll be able to download play those on the fly on the cloud, so that you won't need your massive hard drives in order to play the games. Now, although Microsoft have boasted that they have designed the most powerful console in the world, basically it looks as though they want players to subscribe to their Game Pass platform, which as we know is playable on Xbox, PC and mobile. So that will give you the option to play Xbox games anywhere. PlayStation, on the other hand, is obviously focusing more on their AAA titles and their current series of games that they have ongoing at the moment. Still claiming to be for the player, which is all well and good, but as I say, that it's kind of two different directions. Obviously PlayStation more focused on their console, whereas I suppose Xbox are just looking to be able to give people the chance to play their games anywhere, basically. It's definitely an interesting road ahead anyway. So again, roll on November and we'll kind of see what happens, and give it another 12 months time after that, and who knows. Right then, let's move on to some sales then. So as some of you know, I like playing on my Switch, and I just want to point out that there's currently a brilliant offer going on at the moment on there for a game that's called Moonlighter. Now this is currently on sale in the UK eShop at £6.99. That's a 69% saving, and as far as I can tell is probably the cheapest I've ever seen it. Now if you've never played Moonlighter before, it's an action RPG where you take on the role of a shopkeeper that wants to become a hero. By day you run and manage a shop, sell loot that you find from strange worlds where you'll defeat enemies and bosses, craft and enchant both weapons and armour, and push to become the hero your character has always dreamt of. If you do, quite fancy it, and maybe if you think, watch a few trailers, or I've got the video playing in the background there, if it's something that takes your fancy, then if you do want to get all the DLC there, they are actually selling the complete edition for £11.49 on the eShop also. Now, obviously moving on then from Moonlighter, I am a big Borderlands fan, and currently on the PlayStation and the Xbox they have the Handsome Collection on offer, and this is £8.74 on both consoles. Now this is quite a reduction in price, and this includes both Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, and obviously all the DLC for both of those games also. If you've never played Borderlands before, then you've been living under a rock, but basically Borderlands is a first-person shooter with a lot of slapstick comedy throughout. It's story driven, with obviously a lot of story missions and plenty of side quests, all playable cooperatively with up to 4 players. Like I say, I shouldn't have to say too much about the game, as you should either have played it already. If not, then you need to go and buy it. You won't be disappointed, so yeah, I'd highly recommend that game. Moving on to Xbox, who currently have what they're calling the Ultimate Game Sale on their eShop at the moment, with many bargains to be had. I'll pop up a video behind me now, so if you want to check that screen, you'll see a list of a few of the offers on there, because basically there's far too many of them for me to go through. Apologies as some of them I already own, so it won't actually show you the deals. Now, if you're into your Lego games as I am, there's some good deals there to be had, ranging from £11.99 to £14.99. One game that I quite like and I want to point out that's currently on sale is Monster Hunter World. Now I know this is not everyone's cup of tea, but hey, at the end of the day, this is my opinion. And at £12.49 I think this is a massive bargain, but I do just want to point out that this is also part of Game Pass, so you can download that at no extra cost if you have the Game Pass, but the problem is you don't know how long that's going to be available for to download, so I'm sorry, I don't have that information either, but if you have got Game Pass, then download it, give it a go, see what you think, and maybe put a bit of money into it and buy it. Now, a little bit about Monster Hunter, I suppose, if you've never played it. So in Monster Hunter World, you can either team up and cooperatively take down these massive monsters. You can team up with some friends, play cooperatively for up to 4 players, or go it alone. Salvage materials. In order to take down some of the huge beasts you'll come across, you must use either the environment to your advantage. Some hunts, these may take loads of time, obviously navigating the maps, looking for tracks on the floor, but once you find them and you take them down, it is quite satisfying. Whether that be alone, with your friends, or some strangers, which you can call in at any time by firing off a flare, which sometimes does come in handy, believe me, when you're taking down some massive beasts and you're struggling. You gather materials to create new armor sets, gain new abilities, use your findings to research monsters' weaknesses, or use items at the canteen before embarking on a hunt to gain power-ups, which will help you on your way. I also want to add though that if Monster Hunter is kind of your thing, or you think it is, you know, or you say you've had a little go on the Game Pass, then the latest DLC, Iceborne, is also available at the moment as part of the sale. Now, if you've just downloaded it and you getting into it, then what I would suggest is, you know, if you do like it, buy Iceborne now while it's on offer, because believe me, these are some brilliant discounts at the moment, and these games tend to go back up into the 30 odd, 40 odd pound. So yeah, Iceborne's currently available at £20.99, which is a 40% reduction. Like as I say, there's many more sales anyway on all platforms, but if you do want to point out any that you think, you know, are worthy, pop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to check them out. I'll have a little play of those, I'll give you a shout out, and I suppose I'll discuss the games and let you know what my thoughts were. If you do have any corrections about anything I've said today, then you're welcome to pop that in the comments as well. We'll give you a little shout out there, and we'll I suppose I'll correct myself, but at the end of the day, I'm only human, so if you do want to hit me up on Twitter, then search for ZCrisis2. You'll see that below now. Same again, Xbox Live, my gamer tag's ZCrisis2, and I'll even pop my friend code along the screen now for the Switch. So if you want to hit me up on there, maybe get on there and have a game of, I don't know, Mario Kart or anything like that, pop that on there. You can have a little view of my games that I've got, so, you know, send me a message, we can play something, I suppose. Other than that, I just want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll catch you on next time. Take care.